Night Success, where we talk about the people, places, and projects that fire us up. I'm your host, Suzie Becker, and I'm here with Monica Arora. Happy New Year. How are you, Monica?
Hi, Suzie. So good to be here 2025 with you, hosting all these amazing business owners.
And today we're here with Mary Guzman of Crown Jewel Insurance. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for being on. Happy New Year. Monica, I'm going to throw it to you. It looks like you have a question for Mary.
Yeah, Mary, I'm so intrigued with the type of insurance that you're involved in, because we know this is kind of a new concern for a lot of businesses, cyber issues and intellectual property. I'd love to hear a little bit more about what you do and how you got into this space.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, what we're doing is very unique in that we have created really a new industry vertical within a very old industry, which is insurance, in that we have written and now can offer the world's first trade secret insurance. It triggers off of the theft or misappropriation of innovation and ideas, which is kind of a new concept in insurance, in that, excuse me, a lot of companies are spending millions, if not billions of dollars in research and development every year. That research and development ultimately gives them a competitive advantage, whatever it is that they're developing. Until now, those assets or the value of that has not been insurable anywhere under any insurance policy. And we figured out a way to do that by pre-establishing a value on those assets and underwriting around the protection of those assets, which maintains their trade secret status under the law. And the way that I got here really was I spent 20 plus years doing cyber insurance for large brokerage firms, really with new product development as one of my responsibilities there. And we were never able to get the cyber insurance market, which is actually very robust now, to pick up the actual value of intellectual property if that was the asset that was compromised during a breach. So this fills a huge void. We estimate the value of trade secrets in the U.S. to be $35 trillion with a T, and none of it is insured now.
Wow, that's incredible. So you've really created a new category within the insurance vertical.
Yes, it's been a challenge, but as always, Lloyd's of London has stepped up. That's typically where you go to find capacity and a willingness to write new coverages where there's not a lot of actuarial data and it's theoretically risky for the markets. They're usually one of the first, if not the first entity as a group to step up, and they've done that here. Chaucer is our lead syndicate, and they've been amazing, but we have several other Lloyd's syndicates following us. And essentially, we took the idea to Lloyd's of London. With my experience and relationships there, that really helped a lot. But just to say, we understand how trade secrets are being litigated and what the rulings are in court cases in the U.S. And so if we can underwrite around the security of those assets to make sure that the client would maintain control of that intellectual property status of that asset, then we can insure it if it's stolen. So we kind of pitched the idea to them, wrote a policy wording, developed a rating schedule, figured out a way to put a value on those assets, and we're off to the races.
Yeah, so innovative. You got to create the rules for this new category and navigate through it before anyone else did. So I'm sure there's lots of challenges.
Yes, we wear a lot of hats, and I think there'll be a lot of copycats, which is just fine, actually, because we're going to need a lot of capacity to tackle this $35 trillion opportunity in the market. If you think about it right now, property insurance, which covers tangible property, really is only covering about 10% of the value of the S&P 500. The rest of it is intangible assets. And so we're trying to make a big dent into that. As those are the assets that give companies their competitive advantage. Algorithms, manufacturing processes, the output of generative AI, almost all new green technology, a lot of defense, you name it.
Yeah, it sounds to me like many of these opportunities that we used to consider niche markets are really just new verticals in existing markets, Mary. And what you have seemed to achieve is so innovative. Thank you so much for sharing with us today.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we're trying to help innovators protect their own innovation.
Yeah, isn't that right?
Fantastic. Well, I look forward to learning more about Mary Guzman and Crown Jewel Insurance. Thanks again for being with us today. To find out more, you can go to dailynewsnetwork.com. I'm your host, Suzie Becker. Stay inspired and inspiring.